And men nowadays, like you said, they just I mean, no knock to them, man. I came up single mom, man. I ain't that far behind you. I'm 40.
For sure, for sure.
Like being able to have social skills and network with other men to gain access to things that or places that we need to go. People don't understand nowadays, man. I try to teach my son, like he just turned 18, like networking is so important because not only does it carry like your name, it carries your not so much as a brand, but it's who I am as a man. I'm a man of my word. I do what I say, and as what I could do and perform for somebody else, that connects me with somebody else. How like man, right here, man. Shout out to Alfie, man. Like told me, hey man, so like check out my boy AV, man. And I've been on your content ever since.
Salute. Yeah, that's my big bro, man. Yeah, I
sure.
appreciate you, man. Commending that's so commendable, man. That you're teaching your son the values. 18 years old, man. These are the things that they lack. And we talk about leadership. We talk about your word is your bond, and we talk about networking. Now, let me say this, bro. This is, coming into this space, man, behind the curtain, knowing a lot of people, having access to a lot of, private information and shit. It's a lot different. It's a lot different behind the scenes than it is in front than watching the people. And I'll say this, networking, it's important, but you have to understand, men, don't take it personal if somebody doesn't see your vision or wants to network with you right away. Because in this business and in general, man, even when you're vetting a woman, you're vetting friends, you're vetting business associates and collaborations, you can get burned really quickly. So at the end of the day, one of the things that people need to focus on is really just becoming, like you said, the man of your word. So you're protecting your brand. And your brand for most people is your last name. Your last name, bro, is your brand. Even if you're not a content creator, you're nothing. Your legacy and your brand is your last name. So if it's AV, I want to make sure I protect my word. I want to keep my name clean in the streets. I want to, you know what I'm saying? Because we work real hard, right? Especially as minorities, brown and melanated men, to fight a stereotype. We want to make sure that if we've made mistakes, we want to try to right those mistakes. And it takes a lot of fucking work, bro.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Man. So if a nigga doesn't respect his word, he doesn't respect his brand, that just goes to show you that he's not taking it seriously. So when you tell your son that you got to be a man of your word, you got to protect your brand and your name, it's very important. And this is why it's so important that the more you do and focus on yourself and you protect your brand and you put out good work and you stand up straight and you're a man of character, people that are of those same characteristics will gravitate to you. Look at this collaboration right here. I mean, I'm on your platform right now because you've been watching, been peeping me, and I appreciate that. So it's all about understanding that if you want to be a man, don't talk about it, be about it. You want to be masculine, you want to be a positive, you want to be an influence in this community, be about that shit, bro. Not everybody's going to give you a pat on the back, but best and believe everybody's watching you and they waiting for you to fucking slip. So if you're going to say you're going to do something, do it. And that way you could just be the proof. That's
right. See, my next, man, like I really want to hear it coming from you, man, because you put a stamp on it, man, when it comes to things like this. I got a thing right now that just made a video maybe like 2 weeks ago about men who are just like worried about relationships too much and they feel like where they're at right then and there in that position, job, where they are in life, that they're okay, but they're so focused on the woman. Like how you said about pedestal on the woman. Like what is your message for these dudes?
Shit is real, bro. Yo, shit is so real. Now, see, being on the microphone, you and I were creators and shit. Sometimes we got to emphasize a word, for radio, for TV and shit like that. So if I say bitch, I'm going to say bitch on the, you know what I mean? So I can sound, you know what I mean? But even though I still mean it, I got to say it with that extra Now, when I talk about don't pedestalize a woman, sometimes I feel like I got to break that shit down. I'm not saying you're not supposed to love your woman. I'm not saying you're not supposed to reward your woman, treat your woman nice, etc. If she earned it. A lot of times, men, because again, maybe they didn't have an OG, maybe they were raised by a single mother, and because you're raised by a single mother, you were taught to pedestalize and take care of your mama because in your father's absence. So now you got to carry that burden, and that translates into your relationships, which in turn doesn't work out. Because we all know women don't want to be treated good, unfortunately. They like bad boys. So at the end of the day, when you pedestalize a woman just cause, not because she did shit, just cause, you are setting yourself up for failure because a woman will lose respect for you. I dated a woman for 2 years, and I talk about this woman on my show a lot. I stuck around with her. I liked her. I cared about 2 years, but it was a disrespectful relationship. Now, I justified it, because I out disrespected the bitch, right? So basically, every time we would get into an argument, we disrespect each other, I would have the last word because I would go even harder on her and disrespect her. Fine. We would always bicker and fight, but the pussy was good, so I stuck around, whatever. And I never bought her a gift. I bought her one gift in those 2 years because we would always fight. And she would always complain that Valentine's Day, Christmas and shit, I would never get her anything. And I would say, well, because we just got into a fight. I'm not going to reward your bad behavior just because Valentine's Day is here, or I love you, or you're my bitch. No. She never got that concept. So what I'm saying is, you have to make a woman earn everything that you want to give her. If we know that women, even though she's not in her prime, she knows she wants to be provided for, she wants to be taken care of, and you've been grinding, you got your weight up, your money's up, everything's up. She needs you more than you need her. A lot of guys are too focused on the fact that everybody wants to fuck their woman, as opposed to understanding that, yeah, a woman can get fucked, but can she keep a man?
Yeah.
If men really knew and reminded themselves how hard it was to build our brand, to keep a name for ourselves, to get our weight up, we would act differently with women, because in actuality, they don't want us to notice, but we're actually the prize if you put in the work.
Exactly.
If you don't put in the work, bro, the prize is just going to be a pair of titties and a fake ass that can twerk.
Yeah.
That shit makes no sense, bro. Because at the end of the day, behind every beautiful woman is a nigga that's tired of banging her.
Yep.
We already know that.
Man,
so let's not get it right.
For real, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
show me a pretty chick, I'll show you a dude that's tired of fucking her.
Yo, my nigga. Even it's like, I remember back in the day, niggas would be like, yo, you broke up with her? I'm looking at these niggas like, yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, what's the big deal? Yeah. Now, don't get it twisted. Point is, bro, you can't pedestalize a woman, and you can't pedestalize anybody. The only person you should be pedestalizing is yourself, because nobody's gonna do it for you. See, When was the last time you heard a woman say, "I'm holding my man up"? She's pedestalizing her man.
Shit.
When was the last time a woman said that shit out loud? Because her friends, her single mother, all they're gonna bash her and make her feel stupid.
Man. Yep.
So we have to understand. You have to make sure that you pedestalize yourself and understand your role, so she can fall in place. And here's another thing, real quick. This brings you to my next point in regards to that. Keep your business out the street's mouth, bro. Social media, your family. Make sure your woman doesn't talk shit to, you know what I'm saying, her sisters, her cousins, her ratchet friends and shit like that. Because at the end of the day, if you do have a woman that's following your program, she's going to have to put up with a lot of shit for following your program, because that's not the thing to do. But at the end of the day, the women who are following a man's program are the happiest women.
Exactly.
Those are the relationships that last the longest. The private relationships are the best ones, my nigga, because nobody's influencing your bitch, and it's all good. But you reward her if she's following the program. If she's not following the program, bro, you find somebody who does.
Exactly.